With the release of the Nintendo Switch 2 came a free upgrade to the newest Pokemon games, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In today's video, I wanted to test this update and compare it to the OG Switch and see just how amazing or terrible this free upgrade is. With the OG Switch when hunting, you can get a max of 15 spawns per picnic reset or knockout, but with the new Switch 2, you can get over 40 Pokemon to appear on your screen at once. To start this hunt, we will be heading to the Blueberry Academy, but specifically the Polar Plaza. A look at how buttery smooth that transition was. Once you've arrived at Polar Plaza, get on your trusty steed and head south. You'll come across two caves. It's not that one, so don't go there. Here's where the Shinyhunting exploit location for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet begins, and this one is pretty unique because this is going to be an auto battling method. And of course, if you guys enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below other locations you would want me to compare between the OG Switch and the Switch 2. Now let's begin with all possible spawns that you can hunt in this location. But first, for those of you who don't know what the AFK battling is, it's simple. Find a location you want to hunt, make a sandwich of your choice, and send out your Pokemon to battle. That's it. Just like the name says, AFK Auto Battle. Let's begin with our first hunt. By making an electric sandwich, you'll be able to isolate Rotom. By doing this method, you'll be able to hunt for 6 Rotoms to complete all of his forms. For Rotom, mainly his body turns a dark red, which in this cave is hard to miss. By sending out your Pokemon and staying close to the entrance, it's going to keep on knocking out any Pokemon that spawn. Every time it knocks a Pokemon out, a new one will appear. And as you can see, it's going to be like an infinite spawner. The only thing that can stop this is if somehow the Pokemon ends up too far away from another spawn, or they just get tired. All you need to do is take a step forward or switch the Pokemon you're hunting with. The top screen shows the perspective of the OG Switch and the bottom is for the new Switch 2. I will say it was very difficult to even enter the cave on the Switch 2 since Pokemon spawned in immediately. Now the OG Switch still has a good rate of Pokemon that spawn, but nothing like the Switch 2 does. Hunting for Rotom is definitely going to be crazy, but worth it. By making an Ice-type sandwich when playing Pokemon Violet, this will give you Alolan Sandshrew exclusively. For Alolan Sandshrew and Sandslash, the main difference is that their underbelly changes to a dark blue color, which compared to the others, and the background will be super easy to spot. Again, in the beginning the two consoles look almost identical, but as time goes on, more and more Sandshrew will appear on the Switch 2 console. But it seems that the OG Switch still had something to say because it decided to make a shiny show up. And didn't I say it? It's super hard to miss. Alternatively, by playing Pokemon Scarlet, you can exclusively hunt Vulpix. Vulpix Shiny is a bit harder to spot because the light blue on its tails and head changed to a faded violet. Now the Switch 2 compared to the OG Switch blew it out of the water right out the gate. I noticed the moment we started, just like Rotom, Vulpix spawned at a very rapid rate and sometimes in groups of 5. I would also like to mention that throughout my time doing this hunt, there's another location that you can stand to make these auto battlings slightly easier to see. Instead of standing at the entrance, if you hug the right side of the wall, there's a small gap where you can stand and get a better view. The Switch 2 had some fighting words for the OG Switch coming and saying, "Step back, old timer, your time has come." By making a fairy sandwich, you'll be able to hunt for Snubbull and Gramble, which have not had a good game to hunt since Friend Safari and Pokemon X and Y. Granted, you could radar them in BDSB, but it's a Swarm exclusive hunt, and who wants to mess with that? Snubbull and Gramble Shiny is very noticeable, Snubbull going from the pink to blue and Gramble from purple to gold. The best part is that you have the ability to hunt both at the same time, which means that you can phase on either. For this hunt in the beginning, it looked like they both spawned in the same amount, but the more spawns you knock out on the Switch 2, you can clearly see the difference of spawn rates. By making a Steel-type sandwich in Pokemon Violet, this will let you hunt for Duraludon and Alolan Sandshrew. Now, Duraludon Shiny is a bit harder to spot because the red on its head changes to white and all the blue changes to a lighter blue. It's basically like his body became darker and all the blue became lighter. Now, I will say, if you're trying to hunt for Duraludon, there are better locations to hunt in because majority of the time only Sandshrew showed up, and if you can see now in the Switch 2, only 1 to 3 Duraludons showed up, and the majority are Alolan Sandshrews. But if you want to challenge yourself to a difficult hunt and see how long it takes you to find a Duraludon, have at it. Actually, that sounds like a good idea. How many sandwiches will it take to find the rare shiny Duraludon? I can see it now. Sorry, or was I? Oh yeah. So I would stick to just an ice sandwich to go for Alolan Sandshrew. Now I was thinking that since Alolan Sandshrew is exclusively for Violet, if we make a Steel-type sandwich in Scarlet, it would just spawn Duraludons, right? Yeah, that is also not worth your time. As you can see, no more than 5 spawned in at once, and this was on the Switch too. Now finally, probably the one that most people have hunted and have been waiting for is Torchic. By making a Fire-type sandwich, you can isolate Torchic, which in my opinion is a lot easier to find than trying to find an Outbreak. Trust me, I know from first-hand experience. Torchic is one of those Pokemon where the shiny is just the inverse color of the original, but when it evolves, I would say that the shiny coolness factor definitely dies off. Torchic's shiny is by far the best out of the 3. Again, right out the gate, you can see the Switch 2 far surpasses the OG Switch, and why wouldn't it? With the added performance patch, it has made shiny hunting so much easier, right? Now, Torchic shiny is one of the easier shinies to spot since it pops out more from everything around. Oh, would you look at that? There goes one right now. Oh, what? What's the counter in the top left for? Oh, you weren't supposed to see that. It is clear that the Switch 2 is a winner in this competition. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh, don't worry, Torchic. Not you. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it,